So I'm Matt Pullen, I'm the operations manager here at Plastech. I've been here for 2 years now, so I've seen pretty much all of the quick builds. My favourite's the camper. There's 4 different versions of the camper. Coca-Cola, the surfing, and then the traditional red and the blue one. It's not my favourite because I'd like to own one. It's just the best one to build and put together. It's probably one of the longest picks actually when you're assembling it. It's a massive pick. We actually have to extend the picking area for it. But building it's actually quite fun, and when you finish off it's quite a nice one to do. But if it was one that I wanted to own, it'd probably be the Lamborghini or the McLaren P1. They're the two that I think you'd always want to own. But the camper is probably the nicest to build. Well, the parts are so small. So on the Spitfire, when you're looking at it, we've actually got 2 people on a machine, which is unheard of. When you've got the quick build stuff, some of it falls out into the trough, so it's automated. You know, it comes off the sprue and then it falls down into a tray, and then we sort it later. So we take it offline and we're assembling. Obviously you still have the quality checks that go on whilst the machine's running, but it's a lot easier to sort it after the event. The machine pushes out sort of 5,000 pieces of each part, and it's easy. On some of the parts on quick build, you actually have an operator. So on the camper screen, for argument's sake, you get so many components come off that screen that actually you check them at the time and you put them in a bag and seal it to make sure that it's all there, and you don't want scratches on the screens. So that's how we control that one. But for the Spitfire, on the big machine, the 650 ton, when you've got that part coming out, it has to run very fast, because when the material goes in the barrel, it will go off. So you have to push it out. So you have to have one come off, next one goes in and comes off. But the challenge then is, because we have to put them in the bag to make sure the parts don't go missing or fall off, you've got to very quickly inspect it. So we actually have 2 people there. So the first person will break the part off, break it away because it's in 2 pieces, take the sprue away, and then they'll lay it in the shadow board. They'll check the smaller half, and then the other operator will check the larger half, and the larger part and the smaller part go together, and they get packed, sealed up in a bag, and sent away to the assembly line. And that's the only way to do it. So we've had to put 2 people on there just to keep up the quality, to keep up with the machine. So that's been a very different challenge, because that takes 2 people out of your workforce, where usually you'd only ever need 1. So you have to plan, you know, really far ahead to certainly hit 5,000 a month. So we start off here with the box, and actually the box is very important because underneath you have the Airfix logo, and the Airfix logo goes on the bottom. So the first thing you have to do is fold the box the right way around. So that's the first most important job. Fold the box the right way around, get the Airfix logo where it should be, and then you get your stickers. So these are our high quality stickers from Italy, and you get this piece of card here. You pull that one out, so let's take a new one. So you get your stickers, look at those lovely stickers, and they will go in the box, and they go at the bottom so they stay flat. And then you put your little bit of paper over the top to protect the top of it. The next thing that happens is you get your instructions here. Now we've already put these together. So you get your instructions, but after the first page, you've got your leaflets here showing you what to do with your paint. And you've got the 3 different versions, as you can see there. So they all sit inside the first page. So when the customer opens it, he's not going to go, where are they? They're there, they're ready for him. And that will sit on top of the stickers, again, protecting the stickers. Keeps them nice and flat. And as we come along, we've got this carpet on here. And the carpet is to protect the box, because we even want the box to turn up nice and white with the Airfix boss on the bottom, very clear. And then what we do is we get the product. Now this one hasn't got a bag on it, but it will do, because this is the last tool that's running, and they will go in there. So let's just skip a couple of stages. So there'll be the next one. This will be the next one. And this one's in the bag now, so it's all sealed, quality signed off. And they'll go in, and as you move along, the same principle would apply. Then you get to this one, which is the cockpit. This is the clear one. This is the one that you can see through. That will then go in, and you keep going. Now when you get to here, these are the bigger components. These are the wings. The wings would go in, and this is where you use, rather than the bags to protect them, this is just a bit of recycled card. So that sits on there, and that will stop them scratching. So when I take the next one, that will sit on top and won't scratch. And then I take my next one, and so on. And you carry on, do the next one, and then you turn around and give it to packing. Packing will then take one of these lovely boxes with the artwork showing the product in a live shot. They would then pack that over the top, and then it finally would go in an outer box. So it gives it that protection, because a lot of people would like their box with the Spitfire to turn up without damage. So you put it in an outer like that, that then allows it to ship safely. And a lot of people don't realise this, but actually the outer box in shipping, if it gets damaged, isn't a problem. That it's designed to take the impact. So actually the bit that should arrive intact is the box here, which has got the product inside it. This is the one, so that should turn up without any nicks and damages. But this one here can get damaged as much as it likes, really. This is the protective piece. This is doing all the work. So that's how it gets packed. And then also, what's not shown there is the security stickers. So actually, at the bottom of the product, you'll get two half moon shapes when it goes together, one on each side, that should show that it's actually been packed and not been tampered with. So they're tamper-proof stickers. So you get a half moon on each one, and they would be right at the very bottom, so you know it hasn't been tampered with. So typically we won't know until we run it, but we've got, as I say, the one last tool, and when that's over here, that will be down here. And there's another box here that's not there at the moment because we're setting the line up, but say that other box was there. You'd have somebody here who's making up the boxes and also packing them at the end, so they'll work across there. And then you'll probably have two people, one that will probably work up to here, and then one that will work that station there. So there'll probably be three people in the cell. And then when they're palleted, they'll either go down that side into storage or down this side into storage, and then they'll go straight on the lorry because the loading bay's there. So it's all very carefully planned together so we can get it out the door and it has a nice flow to it, especially with the machine that provides most of the product being adjacent to the assembly line, which will definitely be the case in the last one, because as they come off, we'll be using those parts live. They'll be coming straight to the line. So that's how we'll do that. This is the quality control aspect of when we're running one of our machines. This frame is H, and this one, H here, is going to sit on top of this. So if this comes off the machine at me now, I've picked this up and I'll put that over the top. And what I'm looking for is the green underlay, so bright and so bold that when I look across the top of this product, if there's something missing, it will jump out at me. That's not the only check you do. You're also looking for sinking, flash that shouldn't be there, so there could be something extra. But the most important thing is that something isn't missing, because if it's missing, the product doesn't work. So that's what we're looking for. As you can see on here, there's nothing extra. It'd be jumping out at me, it'd be so bright. And this one goes on here. So this sits over the top, just the same. This is frame K, you can see that because it's got the little K there. So you know that's frame K. And as you look over the top of this, you have to look over the top. You can't see anything that's missing. There's nothing there that's missing. Now these little tabs here could be missing, that wouldn't be a problem, because these little tabs are just help the part eject out. So actually that wouldn't matter in this case. but there's a deliberate piece missing in a minute, and I'll point that out to you. So as you're scanning up all these parts, you're looking for it. And over here, in this corner, the tiniest of balls, you can see if you look from the top, it looks like a ball is missing off that part there. It's just gone there. So these have all got them, but that one is missing. So if you look at the part underneath now, you can see those balls just help the part push out. Yeah, they're not actually needed. And it's the same on some of the others. We've removed them, so you don't have to worry about them. Whereas if I put that back over the top, see those there? That's where the pin, they push out. But when I take that off, they're not there. So some parts that help with the tool eject the components aren't actually needed. But the rest of it is all there.
Yeah.
And you can see even these parts here, that's such a thin section. It's all fully formed. And that's why you need two people at the machine, because somebody will be checking part H and somebody will be checking part K, because the machine runs too fast for you to be able to do it otherwise. So it's a two-man operation.